everybody and welcome to Her Majesty Cooks. At the moment it's the end of April, so it's asparagus season just coming in. So this week we're going to be making a delicious asparagus souffle. So let's cook. So first thing here we have our lovely asparagus. This is it's just been washed and we're going to just prepare that now. I'm just going to blanch it just for a couple of minutes. So what we need to do is just, if you just take the natural bend of it and it will snap. So just put these to one side but don't throw them away. You can make a delicious soup with that. So it's all still, you know, good ingredients. So just snap them all off the tips. I love it when asparagus comes in. You can do such delicious things with it. And it's very seasonal, so you really look forward to it coming at this time of year. And it's a very short season, so you have to make the most of it. So we've just got our tips there, so we're just going to blanch that now. So we've got the water boiling good and strong here, so I'm just going to pop in the asparagus and we're just going to give that 2 minutes on the boil. So those have had the 2 minutes, so I'm just going to drain the water. And then I'm just going to plunge it into some cold water there, and that will stop the cooking process. Okay, we're just going to prepare our ramekins here. I've got 6 sort of fairly small ones here, so they make a nice starter. So this is how you want them to end up looking like. They're nicely coated with the breadcrumbs there. So here I've got some softened butter. So to do this, it's a little bit time consuming, but it's worth it. You know, you really need to get the coating on properly for it all to stick. When you do this, it just helps the souffle to rise up to something to cling to really when it's rising. So just coat the bottom with the butter and make sure then you go around the edges into the groove at the bottom, just so that it's all nicely covered, and then start to come up the edges so you can see what you've done and what you haven't there. So just go all the way round till it looks like it's all covered, and then I just like to just go around the rim there lightly as well. That looks good. So then we've just got some breadcrumbs here and just pop some in the bottom and then just move it gently round like that. So it's all nicely coated, and then just tap out any excess there and then just continue with the rest of them. We're just going to make the base for this souffle. So in here I've got 30 grams of butter that's melting there. And then I have 30 grams of flour here that we're just going to pop in. It's just going to be that's nearly there. Okay, so in with the flour. I'll just give that a stir around, amalgamate it all, so it's nice and smooth. And then I'm just going to let that cook out just for a couple of minutes, just to get the rawness of the flour out of the mix. So now we're going to add the milk. I've got 300 ml here, so just slowly add it bit by bit. It will bubble up, just lift it off the heat a bit just to whisk it together so it comes together in like a ball. So just gradually add the milk You want to sort of make it will be quite a thick sort of sauce. What I like to do at this stage is to use my whisk. Make sure you get right into the corners of the pan. So that's all nice and smooth now. I'm just going to let that cook for about another 2 to 3 minutes and it will thicken up. Just keep an eye on it and stir it now and then just to make sure it's not catching on the bottom. Any signs of sort of lumps forming, if you feel like they are, just get the whisk, give it a vigorous whisk again and it should all come back together. That's thickened up nicely now, so what I'm going to do is just lightly season it with a little bit of white pepper and some pinch of salt. And now I need that to cool down, so I'm just going to put that into the bowl here and just leave that to cool. We're just going to do the next stage now of the souffle. So I've just popped a baking sheet into the oven to heat up. I've put it on at 180 fan or it'd be 200 conventional. So we're just going to blend up our asparagus now. So I'm just going to cut them in half as I put them in, just so that it's going to be a little bit quicker. But by blanching them and just, you know, stopping the cooking process as well in the cold water, it just helps to keep the lovely green of the asparagus, and also, you know, they're just nice and tender by blanching them. You know, you don't want them all fully cooked and so they're soggy. So just blend that up now. So what I'm just going to do to help it along its way, I'm just going to pop a couple of tablespoons of the sauce in. Just blend it to a smooth sauce. So I'm just going to fold in as well half a teaspoon of grated lemon rind. The asparagus is all blended down now, so just put that to one side. So I've got 4 eggs here, large eggs, and so we're just going to separate them. We need the yolks first of all. So I've just lightly whisked the egg yolks and we're just going to whisk it now carefully into our sauce base. You can see that's nicely thickened up now, and it's a lot cooler as well. You don't want it, you know, you just want it sort of tepid really before you put the eggs in. So just carefully whisk it in. like so. So what I'm going to do now is add the asparagus puree. That smells lovely and fresh. Just make sure you get all of that scraped out, and then just carefully mix that in to the base. So we're just going to whisk up our egg whites now. I shall look forward to my cup of tea in that later. That's just on the float now. That's lovely. So you just get a nice peak there, and you just get rid of the wetness sort of look to it. So that's how you need it. So what we're going to do now is put the two together, the base and the mixture. So you have to carefully fold it in. So to start with, we're going to just add a little bit of the egg white to this. And just gently fold it in. Just pop a bit more in there. There. That will do it actually. So now is the fun part. So we put it into the ramekins just carefully so you don't get any spillage down the sides, to just below the rim there. So once you've filled all your ramekins like that, pop them on the hot tray and straight into the oven for 9 minutes. So I've got the soufflés out of the oven, so this is how they should come up now, how they should look. So they look rather yummy. I've just cut this one in half. You can see the lovely green colour inside. So I hope you enjoy them. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope your soufflés rise. So I think I'm off for a cup of tea now before I change my mind and have a G&T. So I'll see you next time. Bye.